We're going to take a closer look at one of the flutes from my collection today. This flute is from High Spirits Flutes. They are based in Patagonia, Arizona. This is what they call a red-tail hawk. It is a standard series flute, and it is in the key of G minor. This one is made from walnut, and this one was one of a very limited edition that they made. They had found some Spiny Oyster Cabachons, little diamond, or actually they're kind of square-shaped cabachons that they got from one of their suppliers, and they made a few flutes. The number I heard was around 20, and this is actually the second one that I've owned. I sold my first one to a friend, and I found this one again also. This was made, let's see if I can find the date, back in 2003. And it has the fetish block from that era. They change that periodically, but they always are supposed to represent a red-tailed hawk. 6-hole flute. They usually come with a leather strip to go around the third hole down for people that are just learning. This has a 7/8 bore. It is a solid one-piece wood solid bore construction. So they bore in and stop, and then they drill in from this end and stop, and that's what creates the wall, is they stop, to leave some material in between there. They have a dropped base. It is machined down from the round portion here to make a flat area for the nest. The flue is in the bottom of the fetish block, routed into there, little channel. And the flue hole is about 5/16 wide and about 1/4 inch long. There is no chimney on the end of the fetish block, and it is kind of recessed back slightly instead of straight up and down. It has just a slight little tilt back there. The mouthpiece is their flattened design, kind of tapers this way, and it's about the same width as the rest of the flute. You can see there kind of how that tapers. The hole is 3/8. The breath hole is about 3/8 of an inch in diameter. Here's the voice. High Spirits Flutes. They've been making flutes, I'm not sure how long, long time now, 20, 25 years, something like that. And they make flutes, sell them worldwide. I am a dealer, very small dealer for them here in Corvallis, Oregon. And for what I'm going to call a mass-produced flute, they make probably more flutes than anyone else in the world as a flute maker. They do have a number of people working there. Each flute, I was there, I believe it was 3 years ago, if I remember correctly. And it was either 2 or 3 years ago. And at their factory, I was able to watch some of the finalizing of their flutes. Each and every flute is indeed tuned by an individual by hand. So the holes are there, and they file and everything and check it, make sure that everything is just right on, including the sound holes down here, or the tuning holes. Each flute is a little bit differently, or made a little bit differently. The A flutes, which is the sparrowhawk, do not have tuning holes. The G flute does have tuning holes. The F sharp, which is the golden eagle, that has tuning holes also. A little bit different configuration. But a beautiful flute, really well valued, and they're so consistent because a lot of what they do is automated. But again, it is still, even though it is automated, it is still a hand-produced flute. People are picking the woods out. They are feeding the wood into the machines, guiding the machines, having to set up all that. And all, as I said, all of the tuning is done by hand. They have engraving that is done, in this case, between the finger holes around the cabochons. So, High Spirits Flutes, the Red Tail Hawk. This one was made back in 2003. Wonderful, beautifully voiced, consistent flutes that it's hard to go wrong with one of these. It really is. I do understand, and I have found a couple more recent flutes that have had a little bit of a wetting out problem. And what I've found that helps is, if your flute has that, the underside of the fetish block, I have a video. If you look in if you click on up on top where it says videos, then you can look and find what I do to help a flute to smooth out the airway, because that's what I think is happening in most of those cases. Moisture from your breath gets caught on irregularities in that airstream or in the flue area, and that's what causes the sound to start degrading if the moisture collects and starts forming droplets in there. So something that quite often I wonder why I collect all the flutes that I do, because High Spirits is one of my favorite flutes to play. They really are. Let me know in the comments what you think of the High Spirit flutes. Have you had a problem with wet out? If so, check out my video on that. I'll even try and leave a little tab up here to click on to go there if you have experienced a wet out problem on a High Spirits flute, or any flute for that matter. And let me know what you think of the High Spirits flutes in general. Price-wise, I think they're very, very well priced. It's a fairly moderately priced flute. It's not the world's least expensive, definitely not a high-priced flute. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care.